The Amazon River flowed wide and strong, trees grew thick like fur, the air was hot and buzzing with life. Here lived Stickly Prickly the hedgehog.
He was small and round with prickles on his back. He was clever, always watching, always thinking.
His friend Slow Solid the tortoise lived nearby. Slow Solid had a hard shell and moved slowly, but his mind was sharp. He knew the jungle's secrets.
The two friends liked to meet by the river to share stories and juicy berries.
The best things come to those who wait.
Slow Solid would often say, taking a slow, deliberate bite of his berry. Stickly Prickly would nod, his nose twitching, always alert for danger and delicious snacks. Life was good, but they knew the jungle held many dangers. One of these dangers was Spots, the jaguar. He was big and strong with teeth like knives. He was always hungry and he loved to eat hedgehog and tortoise, but Spots was not very clever. He often found himself outsmarted by smaller, quicker animals.
I haven't eaten all day. Where could those spiky and slow creatures be?
He sniffed the air, trying to catch their scent. He knew they were nearby. The jungle held its breath, waiting to see what would happen. Stickly Prickly saw Spot's shadow first.
Spots is coming!
He hissed. He knew they had to think fast. He quickly rolled himself into a ball, his prickles sticking out. He looked just like a spiky fruit that fell from the trees.
Spots crept closer, his eyes on the fruit.
I've never seen a fruit like that before.
He sniffed it cautiously.
And it doesn't smell very appetizing.
He decided to look for something else to eat. Slow Solid, seeing Spots approaching, knew he had to act quickly. He pulled his head and legs into his shell. He stayed very still, looking just like a rock. Spots passed by, too busy searching for a proper meal to notice the rock. He was getting hungrier and more frustrated. He had almost caught the hedgehog and tortoise many times, but they always seemed to slip away. Day after day, Spots tried to catch Stickly Prickly and Slow Solid, but the clever friends always tricked him. They rolled into balls and hid in their shells. They used the jungle to their advantage. One day something magical happened. As Stickly Prickly curled into a ball, his prickles felt different. They began to flatten and harden, joining together to form a tough, protective shell. At the same time, Slow Solid felt a strange warmth spread through his shell. It started to grow larger and rounder, better at deflecting danger. He peeked out, amazed by his transformation. He was no longer just a tortoise. He was something new, something stronger. When they met by the river the next day, they were both different. Stickly Prickly's prickles had become a hard, armored shell. Slow Solid's shell was larger and tougher, like a rock covered in scales.
Look at us,
Cried Stickly Prickly, amazed.
we are not just hedgehogs and tortoises anymore.
We are something new, said Slow Solid, a twinkle in his wise eyes. We are strong and protected.
And so they lived happily ever after, the first armadillos on the banks of the Amazon. Spots never did catch them. He was too busy looking for familiar prey to notice how they had adapted. The armadillos would often see him prowling in the jungle, and they would chuckle to themselves. Their story reminds us that it is not always the biggest or the strongest who succeed, but the most adaptable and resourceful. So keep your wits about you like Stickly Prickly, and your heart strong like Slow Solid, and you too may find yourself transformed by the challenges you face.